Hi, in this today I am going to show you in Microsoft Power BI and this month and previous month and some calculations about an increase rate and sign. Before I can introduce some create models and relationships between tables. How can we use a table? How can you use and get data from and different data source? And also define. I can introduce some type of relationships and I try to introduce some and DAX formulation. How can you write and DAX formulations for this month and previous month? Also, some conditions formatting, something like that. Okay, that's my first step is and define get data. If you use and some business intelligence project, you can practice adventure work 2019. For example, you can download from Microsoft website. Okay, it's my first step is get data from SQL Server. My adventure work integrate my local host Microsoft SQL Server. Also, I can write as that. Now, also there is some different and connections types. For example, import and direct query. Direct query only used and is not in cache. Other one is import. Import is using in cache and in memory concepts. Now you can all operations and make it in here, but there is some disadvantages. For example, your and file size increase, therefore you can using with in-memory concepts. Other one is direct query. Direct query is minimum and size of a folder files. Now your report will faster than import concepts. Now, but there is some disadvantages. For example, if you unfortunately you cannot use in all operations, mostly operations in Microsoft Power BI. In here you must and making and for example calculate table and create table, some relationships you only and making in data source. Okay, I can pass, clicked OK. Now in here, some tables belong to Adventure Work 2019. Here, I can select three tables and sales order, detailed, header, and product in this and project. Now also I can create and define table date. I will show that in here. Here some create tables and in here product and sales order detail. Now table date. Okay, I can tell about, I can introduce my sum and DAX formulation in here. Now, it's my first function is add columns. Add columns, two parameters. First one is table, second one is expressions. Okay, now that's my first tables and define for the table in here calendar. Calendar just two parameters, min and max, is coming from sales order detail modify date. Here I can define some interval. My data start to begin from minimum modify date to go maximum date. Now that's my table in add columns and parameters. This is my first parameters. Second one is in here year, month, day, and some expression. For example, you can use date coming from in created and defined tables. You can use date in some different and years, month, and some different historical and date functions. Also, you can write here year, month, day, something like that. It is important for using if you use some and current and previous and some yearly, monthly, some sales and comparing. You need and date table. All of important, all of and using models. Now it is important. Now you can use filters. Now I will show that how can is necessary. Now in here some preview and date, years, month. Okay, Other one is demonstrations of sales order header. Now, other step is create relationships between tables. That's my first relationships between sales order detail and header. There is some many to one relationships. How can we understand type of and connections? Now, I can understand it easily if you use an primary key and foreign key. Now in here and in sales order detail has sales order ID. Now it represents and not unique. It is a foreign key. Other one is sales order header has and sales order ID. It is the unique is represent of primary key. Therefore, my sales order header tables represent one. Other one is many. You can create and many to one relationships based on your primary and foreign key. Okay, I can click OK. Other one is product and product detail. Also, I can the same and logical in here. I can click relationships line here. Now here some product ID represent my product table a primary key. Therefore, this side is and one. Other one is and many. Here sometimes sales order detail may a different and or same product ID. Sometimes and one order transactions may same product ID. Therefore, I can attribute as I can assign many cardinality. Other one is one. Many to one relationships, creating that as some informations. Now, other one is date tables, table date here. Now, I can create modify date and date. Now, in this modify date created for each represent a modify date created in same day. Therefore, it's not unique in different and based on some conditions. Other one is date table. It's only unique, only one each days. As you see, it represents primary key, other ones foreign key as you think that. Okay, I can I can establish many to one relationships. I can click OK. Now it's finish all model and relationships between. I can go here now visualizations, data visualizations also. Now in this project, I can create based on year month. Other one is this month and previous month, increase rate and sign. Okay, there is some parameters. I will show that some DAX formulations. Also, that's my first step is year month. Year month coming from created data models. There's some year month and month says and previous month. I will show that how can we use DAX formulations. Is my first step is get data from table date. Now also you can assign in here filters on this page and all page. Filters on this page represent and show that only this page, page 1. Other one is filter on all page. If you assign in here, now you can replacement. Now you can some changing is affect all page. Okay, I can close that. Now first my this and this mount. This mount including and two parameters based on some x. Now some x parentheses open and close. Here there is two parameters. Just first parameters is create table, which tables, and other one is and some operations multi as you see unit price and order quantity. I can multiple other one previous mode. I can use is this mode is here. I can use calculate functions. Calculate functions take two parameters. First one is aggregate function in here. This mode says coming from and other expression here. Now date add. Okay, date add is two parameters. Date tables and -1 month. It's all and operations represent by before and previous month. Just one before month. Okay, it's right in here. I can close other one. Increase radio. Increase radio. I can click here. Now I take a look in here. Now it represents this month and previous month minus divided previous month sales. It is easily. In other ones, I'm using an var variable a. I can write here. Otherwise, I can put in return if error, and sometimes your some divide operations, your result will be infinity or not value. I can prevent all of these problems and issues. Therefore, I can use if error two parameters a coming from variable a. The other one is blank. If there is some issues, for example, non-value and infinite value, you can put in here blank. Okay. Other step is difference and previous sign. Sign in represent as you see, and switch. You can think that as you think it's similar, and if conditions, two expressions. Now you can use switch conditions. Okay. Unichar using in this sign. If you use an upper and down sign, you can use an unichar and some. As you see, there is some numericals also. Each numeric and represent a different sign. Also, you can reach. You can take a look Microsoft and documentations. Also, you can see in this screen on the right. Okay, it is the last step is condition formatting. Also, I have to I'm going to font color for this here. I create and difference this previous color. If my difference this previous less than or equal 0, I can put red, other one is green. Okay, I can define here. Also, I can change as text value. In here, I can click left. Also, I can condition formatting, font color. I can assign difference this and previous color. If I clicked OK, now you can see there's some different color. Is the good view. Also in this today, I demonstrate some DAX formulations. How can you use DAX and calculate and date add and previous and this month? How can you use and how can you use and different increase and sign? Okay, I try to introduce all of them. Firstly, I can relationships. I introduce relationships. Today, I will show that something for an e-commerce and project, business intelligence project. Also in my business life, I commonly use in these models previous and total years and monthly and weekly. It is useful for your and some business intelligence projects. Okay. Thanks for listening or watching. Have a nice day.